morning students. Our today's topic is how will we tell the nature of roots without solving the quadratic equation. First of all, the quadratic equation is standard quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. You all know that this is a standard quadratic equation. How will we solve the nature of roots? We are going to discuss about discriminants today. Discriminant. What is the meaning of this? The short form for this is D. And this will help us to tell the nature of roots. Now what is the value of this D? D is equal to b square minus 4ac. And from you will calculate these b, a and c from the quadratic equations. So these are the values of a, b and c from the quadratic equation. When you will calculate this answer, and first condition is if your answer is greater than 0, if your answer turns to greater than 0, then we can say that 2, definitely it is a quadratic, then 2 roots will definitely come, and the roots will be 2 distinct real root exist. 2 distinct real root exist. Fine. If D, the value of D will be greater than 0, then 2 distinct real root exist. If the value of D is equal to 0, then 2 equal real root exist. Equal real root exist. Real means set of rational and irrational, means the roots can be rational, the roots can be irrational. And the third step is when D will be less than 0. We all know that these three can be the values of any number. D can be greater than 0, it can be equal to 0, and it can be less than 0. So when D is less than 0, no real root exists. No real root exists. It means root will exist here, but not real roots. And our topic is about the real roots only, so we will not solve the question after this step. Now, what is the meaning of D greater than 0? Means positive value. Equal to 0 means 0. Less than 0 means negative value. So, when our discriminant, the discriminant, we are going to use this word D. When our discriminant will be greater than 0, then we can say that the nature of root will be 2 distinct real root exist. 2 distinct real root will exist. If our D is equals to 0, it means the value of D equal to 0, then we can say that 2 equal root exist. 2 equal root exist means if one root is 5, then the next root is also 5. If one is 7, the next is also 7. If one is under root 3, then the next is also under root 3. And D is less than 0. Means when you will calculate this value, and how will we calculate this value? I will tell you by taking one example. So when D is less than 0 means the negative value, then we can say that no real root exists. Means root will exist here, but they will not be real. They will be imaginary roots. And in our topic, we are not going to discuss about the imaginary values. So here we can leave the question by writing no real root exists. Now the question is, how will we calculate the values of B? So for calculating the values of B, we can take one example. That is 7x square minus 5x minus 2 is equals to 0. I just have taken this example randomly. And how will we find out? X square, the coefficient of x square is A. The coefficient of x is B. And the constant part is minus 2. Because we all know that the standard quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c. And how we have calculated these values? Just by the comparison. A is 7, B is minus 5, C is minus 2. So these are the values of A, B and C. C. Now what about the formula of D? D is B square minus 4AC. So how will we calculate? Put the value of B here. What is the value of B? Minus 5. Minus 5 whole square. Then minus 4 into. What is the value of A? 7. This is only the calculation part. What is the value of C? Minus 2. Now we can write minus 5 whole square is 25. Minus minus plus. 7 4s are 28. 28 plus 28 into 2 is 56. Now we can add here these two values 25 plus 56, as they both are having the plus sign, so we already know that the answer will be greater than 0. So it will be 81. The answer is 81 here, and it is clearly greater than 0. Now can you tell me, if it is greater than 0, then what about the roots? Two distinct roots, two distinct real root will exist, the same like this. Distinct real root exists. Real root exists here. So how we have calculated? Just by calculating the values of B. We can take one more example also. Any random values of this A, B and C. We calculate A, B and C first. Ax square 3x square minus 7x minus 3 is equals to 0. So what is the value of A here? A is 3. B is minus 7. C is 3. Now D is B square minus 4AC. What is the value of B? B is minus 7. Minus 7 whole square minus 4 into A is 3 and B is also 3. 7 whole square is minus 7. Any positive number or negative number, the whole square will be positive. So it is 49 minus 4 3s are 12. 12 into 3 is 36. By chance it is again positive. Actually I want to take some negative value. So it will be 13. The answer is 13, which is greater than 0, and two distinct real root exist. If I will take here 8. Let me take here 8. Then what is the value of C? This is 8. And here is also we are going to write 8. Now what about the values? 4 3s are 12 and 12 8s are, we can write here, it is 96. Fine students. So let me subtract them. We know that this is 49 and this is 96, having the minus sign. So minus sign is bigger. So definitely the answer will be negative. And what will be the answer? Just subtract this number 7 and here 47. And the sign will be of minus. Fine students. So how will we solve the question now? It is less than 0. If the answer is less than 0, then what we can write? No real root exists. No real root exists. So this is all about the values of D. If you will go value D is equals to 0, then what we can write? 2 equal root will exist. 2 equal root will exist. Clear students? So this is all about the discriminant, the nature of the roots. How will we tell the nature of the roots? By just calculating the value of D. For calculating the nature of root, no need to calculate the root exactly. You can calculate D. If D is greater than 0, then two distinct real root exist. If D equal to 0, then two equal root exist. If D is less than 0, means if D will be negative, then no real root will exist. The same value of D will help us to solve the quadratic formula, the questions by the quadratic formula. In the factorization method, splitting the middle term, if you are solving any question, so there should be the pair, that multiplication should be this number and addition should be this. But if you will not able to form these types of numbers, means if the roots will be in under root, then factorization method is splitting the middle term. Maybe we will not able to solve the question by that method, but definitely the quadratic formula will help us to solve these questions also. So we will use quadratic formula in the question in which the roots will be irrational number, or they can be in the like fractional numbers also. They will help us to solve the quadratic formula. We will discuss in the next class. Thank you, students.